tutorial classes also related to project only. Okay, so I will assign you the task, and we have a monthly review and a mid-project review, two types of review in which the scoring system is on monthly review. Okay, as I hope that all these details you got in your offer letter also. So let me introduce myself. I'm Vasudev. Basically, I'm into cybersecurity from last 3 years, and I have worked in training and teaching. Also, I also created some of the projects for industry. I have worked with Infosys Foundation, Cyber Secured India, also with some police organization like Patna Police and Gurgaon Police in their cyber security. Basically, there they are working for cyber forensic. Okay, my expertise is in red teaming as well as cyber forensic. Okay, so let's begin the session with a basic slide. Starting with introduction to cybersecurity. Okay, now what you guys think? What is cybersecurity? Can anyone just say, according to you, what is cybersecurity?
Secure the data.
Securing the data.
Cyber,
Okay.
cybersecurity is the ongoing protection of data, services, and network. So, aside from protecting your data and network, it also entails physical security, ensuring that an organization is protected from cyber attacks.
Very good. What's your name?
Peace release.
Cybersecurity. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My
continue.
name
Oh, cybersecurity is the practice of protecting digital assets.
Okay. Okay, guys. So we have lot of definitions related to cybersecurity. Okay. So if we come to very basic or very ground level, so we need to understand that the cybersecurity basically we have the two words. First thing is we have cyber, then security. We all know what is security. Shani, can you mute? Yeah. So we all know what is security. Basically, prevention from any unauthorized access or malicious actor. Then it comes to cyber world. Okay, here we have all the digital infrastructure. Okay, so with the name only, we can say that cyber security is something like a protection of our digital infrastructure. But now, what is this? Actually, this is a process, or this is a practice, or this is a framework. What is this? So in this case, we can say that it is an ongoing practice only. Okay, you cannot implement security. There, what you need to do actually. Uh, yeah. Hmm. So it's an ongoing process. We need to go for a continuous improvement. So cybersecurity is a practice of protecting our systems, networks, and programs from digital attack. In systems, we have endpoint devices, we have network devices. Okay, we have our servers. In network, we have all kind of communications. And the programs, they are nothing but our app and webs, everything. Okay, from digital attack. Now, in next session, we will also learn in that what is a digital attack and when we can say that any attack is a digital attack or it's a cyber attack. We will also do some discussion on that. Now the question is how we are going to do this. So it encompasses various technologies process and practice designed to safeguard sensitive information. Okay, so here we are including lot of things into our system. It may be a new technology, okay, or any kind of best practice or a specific process. Okay, sometimes it comes in a form of framework. So we are implementing that in our infrastructure to safeguard the sensitive information. Now, understanding the cybersecurity is essential for individual and organization to mitigate risks and protect the assets. Now, as an organization, you all can relate why this is important because organization is dealing with the users' data. But why this is very important as an individual also. Okay. So the simple reason is because now we are living in a 5G world. Everything is connected. Okay, GIS cybersecurity is a field in technology where digital access, hardware, software, data. Ah, correct. Okay. Yeah, for individual it is important because first thing nowadays we all are living in a connected society. Okay, your health is connected or your health data is connected to a cloud server via the simple smartwatch. Okay, or your ID is also connected with a cloud server via a simple authentication app, or you are sharing the resources with all your contact. We have multiple things on endpoint or on user side. That's why it is important for individual also. And we have one more reason because in organization, the workers or the like the people who are working there, they are the first line of attack. So that's why it is very important for them also to understand what is cybersecurity and what are the best practice. Not if they are in some other domain. So just give me a second, guys. Sorry, guys, I got the call. Okay. Now we need to understand the CIA triad. Okay. Basically, in cybersecurity, we call them as the three pillars of cybersecurity, or you can say the CIA triad is something like a backbone of cybersecurity. What is this? Okay. So basically, we have three things: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. In cybersecurity, uh, we are basically securing these three. Okay, the methods may be different. We need to understand what is these things. So confidentiality. Can anyone just explain what do you okay. Cybersecurity is a field. Okay, very good. Arvind, very good. So now focus on CIA, Arvind. Actually, we have moved forward from that question. Okay. So in CIA track, we have confidentiality. Now, what does it mean? Can anyone explain? What is your understanding by with this word?
Okay, I'll say it means that our data will not be accessed by an unauthorized person.
Correct. So confidentiality states that the data must be presented to the person who has the authority or the data belongs to him. Okay, so that is something confidentiality. Simply means that you guys have nominated yourself for this training and internship program. So all the study material, all the project related material, all the courses material, these things must be accessible by you only. Okay. Then we have integrity. Okay. So what integrity state that? Uh,
Integrity refers to ensuring that the file has not been modified.
yes, very correct. So means the data must be in its original format, no any alteration. Okay. Then we have
Consistent.
availability. Whenever it's required, the data must be available. So this is basically the CIA side. Now, if you will understand these things, who is this useless fellow? Meme station. Um, uh, Whoever you are, meme station, if you have any problem, so you can just remove yourself from this meeting. Okay. Or let me see if I have that option. Okay. I don't know why these people are creating problem in ongoing session. Okay. Now we all understood what is this CIA tribe. Now we will see that why this is important with a simple example. Okay. Let's take an example of shopping website. Got it? So you just by yourself or you have just outsources a proper tech team to create a website. In website, you must have the seller's data and the buyer's data. Okay. So let's start with confidentiality. Why this is important? On buyer side, they are updating their personal information, their address, their credit card, debit card, bank detail, everything. If anyhow a malicious actor will able to break into that, so it means that the actor is able to see or to share the personal data of user. Now, with the help of personal address, he can commit a crime, or with the help of credit card details and all, he can go for any financial crimes. Right. That's why we have confidentiality. Now, why integrity is important? Now the user, now the same user, he just ordered some product. Okay. On server side, he gave a request that I want, for example, two chairs. But someone just altered the request and he got the delivery of 200 chairs. Okay, by adding just 20. So here we can say that the integrity loss. In between the communication, the data is being tempered. Okay, then the availability. Why availability is important? Let's take an example that the proper tech team have created a robust system. Now confidentiality and integrity is very good. They are multi-factor authentication system. Yes, we have lot of system, but due to that system or due to that security measures, now when the real user is there, he is also not allowed to, or he is also not able to prove himself. Okay, so we are in that case our overall objective is going to fail. Okay, so we are avoiding that condition. That's why the CI tried is important. Okay. Now we have some common type of threats in cybersecurity, like malware, which include virus, worm, ransomware, these things. Okay. So whenever we are talking about malware, uh, it's basically a malicious piece of code. Okay. And that code may written to fulfill multiple objectives. According to objective, we are classifying them. For example, if some malicious code is there, now the overall working principle is like it will attach itself with a host process. When the process will be executed, the code will be executed. So we can say that it is a virus. Now it have a it has a capability to replicate itself. Then we are saying that this is a worm, like this. Okay. Then we are phishing. On subdomain we will talk. We are social engineering attack. Now, social engineering is not a proper cyber attack. Instead of that, we can say that it's a tricks. Okay, it is a tricks. So the simple definition of social engineering will be it is the art of human hacking. Here we are manipulating the human psychology to force them to reveal their sensitive information, okay, or do some tasks. So phishing is a part of that, where what we are doing, we are creating any kind of website or sending them a mail, message, or calling them with a fake web detail or fake links, so that they will click, they will find that okay, this is the authorized place to reveal the sensitive information, and they will reveal. But that overall scenario is no, like a created scenario, not legitimate scenario. Then we have DOS attacks. Okay, DOS, DDoS, MIT, these are basically technically based attack, uh, where we are using multiple tools. Okay, so in next session we will also understand what are the technicalities in these kind of attacks. Okay, in key concept, yeah. So key concept in slide we have something. I will explain it starting from starting. When we are talking about key concept in cyber security, so first we need to understand the operating system, then the networking. After that, whatever project we are going for or whatever domain we have to work, technical. Okay. So starting with your operating system, then we have networking, and then we have multiple domains. Okay. So here we have some points like authentication. We all know that authentication is a process that ensures the user who they claim to be of. Okay, often through the password or biometric. Then we have different kind of encryptions. Okay, it protects the data, whether the data is in rest or motion. Okay, basically in encryption we are converting the format of data. Then we have firewalls. It is a network security device. Okay. Now we have some frameworks. Here we have example of an AST CSS framework. Apart from it, we have different framework like GDPR or HIPAA, these things. Okay. So our framework basically provides a structured guideline for managing and reducing cyber risks. Okay. Yeah, OWASP is a framework for web application security testing. Okay. So you cannot say it's a cyber security framework. That is especially for web application security testing. NIST 2.2 protected to responsive recovery. They are updated. Okay. Yeah, so maybe. Okay. So the same is here also. Thank you for your input. Okay. So we have NIST, Cyber Security Framework. Okay. Is a widely used and consists mainly five core functions, which is your identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. Now, why we are studying? Okay, how OWASP is a framework? Actually, we have a dedicated session on OWASP. So, the past framework part of okay, I will come to question one by one. Why we are saying OWASP as a framework? Because first thing, it will guide you with top 10 vulnerabilities of web application security. Okay. Also, it have a complete manual that how you are going to check for that vulnerability. It is not a cyber security vulnerability. It is a web application security test. Sorry, it is not a cyber security framework, whereas it is a web application security testing framework where we are following this. Okay, only for web application. Okay. Now, yeah. Now, why this framework? Because adopting a framework helps the organization to implement best practice and improve their overall security posture. Yeah, lot of disturbance in this meeting by this admit. Someone wants to join the call. Uh, don't worry, guys. From next session, I will do something for this. Okay. Then we have another area that is risk management. Okay. Basically, it involves your identifying, assessing, and prioritizing the security risks to minimize the potential impact. Okay. Now, organizations should conduct a regular risk assessment to understand the vulnerabilities and threats. And we have a well-defined risk management strategy to enable a protective response to emerging cybersecurity challenges. So it's a part of cybersecurity. Then we have policies and procedure. Basically, we all know what we mean by what is policy and what is procedure. Okay, guys. So for OAPs, okay, we have a dedicated session. In that session, we will discuss. Okay, because I don't know why lot of this. Someone wants to join this call notification I am getting. For now, just focus on this intro part. After that, we'll move according to a project. Okay, whenever it will be required, we'll do a proper session of webs only. Okay, so establishing. Guys, just drop your question. After finishing the slide one by one, I will come to the questions. Okay, so yeah, I will do that, but I'm getting a lot of requests to join. Also, some messages chat box. That's why I said that just drop your question and I will come to this. Okay. Now, establishing a clear cybersecurity policy is essential for guiding the employee behavior and response to decade. Okay. Now, policies should address the data protection, acceptable user incident response, and employee training. And we have a regular reviewing and updating of the policies, which helps to ensure they remain effective over evolving threats. Okay. Now we have employee training. As we all know that employees are the first line of defense against the cyber threat. And that's why their training and their skills also does matter. Their awareness of cyber security, these things does matter. In emerging trend in cybersecurity, we have like nowadays we can say that the AI and machine learning, it is everywhere. So the collaboration of AI with cybersecurity or in with bad actors, they may lead to a disaster. Also, the growing of IoT devices. IoT devices are like they are using some different network protocols also. So we also need to focus on that area because that network are also carrying the personal information. So there must be some new security protocols for IoT devices. Apart from it, nowadays we have quantum computing system which are very vast computing power. So cybersecurity is quantum computing. This is also a new trend in cybersecurity. In conclusion and further directions, we can say that the cybersecurity is an ongoing process that must adapt to new threats and technology advancements. Then the collaboration among organization, government, and individual is essential to strengthen the overall security, and staying informed about emerging threats and best practices is vital for maintaining a secure digital environment. Okay, this is up. Now, guys, this is a very basic. Okay, from next session, we will work on our projects. Okay, so the project will be allocated in a group, and whatever the sessions we have, the sessions must be related to project only. As we all know that cyber security is a vast field. Here we have multiple domains to work. Okay, so although if you have some doubt from any outside, so I'm open for that, but we will utilize our maximum time to improve the quality of project. Okay, now coming back to the questions, let's see what are the questions we have. Okay. Okay, so first we have question from Vignesh. What kind of project? So these details you will know by admin team. Okay, so you will get information. I hope that you are in a WhatsApp group. There only you will get some information. Okay, then we have what is the difference between DOS and okay. I'm coming to your question also. What is the difference between DOS and DDoS? So DOS stands for denial of service. Okay. No, it's not about packet. DOS is denial of service, where what we are doing, we are sending a number of packets. It may vary. Okay, from one machine to another machine. So this is our DOS. But in DDoS, we are using a botnet system. In that, we have a command and control of multiple system, and from a single system, we are giving a command to perform the DOS attack to multiple bots. Okay, multiple system which are bot. Now, they all machine start sending the packet to a single target. That's why it's distributed denial of service. We are just distributing our DOS on multiple locations. Okay. Now we have a question that what is a threat? What is the difference between a threat and risk? Okay. So threat is basically any potential cause of an unwanted incident. Okay, that may harm a system, uh, organization, a system or organization security. Okay, where risk is a likelihood, or you can say that it is a probability. Okay, so it is a probability of that uh, a threat will be exploit a vulnerability and cause the damage. So you can say that a threat is something like a that is like any potential cause unwanted incident, whereas risk is the probability of happening. Okay. Then we have question: what is the difference between encryption and hashing? Okay. So now, very good question. In encryption, basically, it is a process of converting plain text into ciphertext, okay, or encrypted state, where we are using algorithm and key. Okay. For example, we have AES encryption, RSA encryption. Whereas hashing is a process of converting data into fixed length or hash value. Okay. So for that we have hash function. You like for a normal perspective, it is same that in both we are converting the format, but the process is different. In encryption, we are using the algorithm or the security key, whereas in hashing, we are just converting the data into a fixed length. And here we have hash functions, not any hash function, not any security key. Okay. Now, in hash function, the key point is it is irreversible. Okay. So, for example, you have encrypted some data. Now you can decrypt that. But in hashing, you cannot go for dehash. Okay, it is hashed. It means that the data is converted. Now there is no any going back condition. Okay. Encryption is two-way. Okay. Uh, So I can see that you guys are discussing among yourself also. It's very good. Okay. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this session. Although this is a very basic session, as many of you are in your third year or final year working professional, so you must be already aware about these things. Okay. So I hope that before next session, you guys will assign with your group as well as your project. Yes. So thank you for this session, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening me. Now I am binding up the session here. Okay.